Happy New Comic Book Day to all of you out in the internet. We're here today. I'm here today to talk about this week's best comics, and it is a huge week for comic book fans. All kinds of cool stuff going on in the world of four-color fantasy. My pick of the week is Batman number 55, written by Tom King, artwork by Tony Daniel. This is a must-buy for any Batman fan, any Nightwing fan. You'll see on the cover, well, you won't see on the cover, but now you see on the cover, we've got Batman and Nightwing, and they're taking on a bunch of mummy people, and I forgot what their names are. But this is a great throwback to when Nightwing was actually little boy Robin, swinging around with Batman, and they have some great banter that's going on. It's really fun stuff, and then everything goes to hell. So if you've been on the internet, if you may know what happens in this issue, I encourage you to stay away from spoilers because the impact will be lessened. But don't flip to the last page of the story. There is some major stuff that happens. It is a major turning point in the lives of both of these men, and Batman 55 is a can't miss. If there is one book that you pick up this week, it should be Batman 55. The other book that you should pick up this week is also a Batman book. It's called Batman the Damned. It is the first of a three-part miniseries written by Brian Azzarello, artwork by Lee Bermejo, and this is under DC's Black Label imprint, which is supposed to be for like the best of the best at DC Comics. And this is the team that brought us Joker, that brought us some other stuff, Luther, all these one-word titles of bad guys. And then Lee Bermejo did the did the excellent Batman Noel, which he both drew and wrote, and it is an amazing Christmas story starring Batman. So I should mention that this book, I don't have it in my hand, I forgot to pick it up. It is a almost a magazine size comic book, and I think it gives Bermejo's art really a great opportunity to shine. The book is beautiful. Lee Bermejo as Batman is his art in general is outstanding, but he really does a great job with Batman. This is a tale outside of continuity. The Joker is dead, or is he? And Batman is in the fight of his life and somewhat delirious and unconscious, and is kind of rescued by Constantine. So our narrator in the story is Constantine. We get to see the DC universe through his eyes, and it's just so awesome. This is going to come out every other month, so we've got the first issue in September, next issue is out in November, but you want to pick this up as well. It's a 1-2 punch of Batman this week. Next. What are you laughing at?
Because you didn't say it.
Oh. Batman Damned also features a first appearance in the Bat universe, and I won't tell you what it is. You'll know it when you see it. Alright, I will give you a 1-2 punch of Avengers goodness. We've got Avengers number 8, written by Jason Aaron, artwork by David Marquez, and the Avengers is firing on all cylinders right now. Jason Aaron, one of the best writers in the Marvel stable. We've got a great team of Thor, Iron Man, Captain America. Those are the big three. They get the band back together again to fight off the Celestials, and that was the opening arc, but they've also got some new folks around, including She-Hulk, Black Panther, Ghost Rider, aka Robbie Reyes, and Captain Marvel. Hey, there was a little trailer that came out yesterday for Captain Marvel. Well, Captain Marvel is now an Avenger in the comics, and she's been an Avenger off and on in comics for decades. So that's nothing new. But here are just a couple of things I really liked about this issue. Number one, it's written by Jason Aaron. He's an amazing writer. He loves Marvel Comics. He loves these characters. David Marquez's artwork is stellar. It is outstanding. The biggest pros for this, in the pro column, would be that this is kind of a throwback to Avengers stories of the 70s and 80s. There's actually a team. It's a team of 7, and they elect a chairperson. So I can't remember the last time there was a chairperson of the Avengers, but that was one of the cool things that I really enjoyed reading Avengers comics of the late 70s and through the 80s was they would elect a chairperson. And I won't tell you who that person is, But this has a classic Avengers feel while also being modern, featuring all kinds of cool characters. And character is what this book is about. She-Hulk's powers are a little wonky, so we get some great interplay between Doctor Strange and She-Hulk. Some great banter between Tony Stark and Carol Danvers, so Avengers gets a huge thumbs up. Also, even though some of you really don't care about the West Coast Avengers, I am talking about West Coast Avengers #2, which came out this week, written by the always awesome Kelly Thompson, artwork by Stefano Caselli, and yes, the original West Coast Avengers was a little sad. They were the B team of the Avengers. Hawkeye was their leader, and it seemed to go on a little too long. But for those of us that grew up during that time period, there's a sentimental attachment to it, and that's why I love the current version of West Coast Avengers. Hawkeye is the leader, but it's not Clint Barton, it's Kate Bishop, and other Hawkeye is along for the ride. There are throwbacks to the original West Coast Avengers series. The rest of the team is a hodgepodge of loose cannons, including Gwenpool and Quentin Quire and America Chavez and some other guy whose name I can't remember. And then that happened. Alex, this stabilizer is out of control.
Like, I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's so hot right now.
We're not using the stabilizer anymore. So West Coast Avengers, definitely pick it up. It's only in issue 2. Find issue 1. Get issue 1 and 2. You're going to love it. Justice League #8. This is the Legion of Doom. This is the second part of Legion of Doom storyline, written by James Tynion IV. Artwork by Mikkel Janin, whose artwork you may recognize from Tom King's Batman run. And this is about the Legion of Doom. It's the classic Legion of Doom from the old Justice League or Super Friends TV series. Lex Luthor has assembled a who's who of bad guys. And who does he ask to join this month? The Batman Who Laughs from Dark Knight's Metal. So we get so Joker's in the club and Batman the Man Who Laughs, and Joker really doesn't like this guy because it's a mashup of Joker and Batman. But this is awesome stuff. Venom #6 is out this week, written by Donny Cates, artwork by Ryan Stegman. Continues the excellent run of Donny Cates writing Venom and taking on the symbiote god. It's just amazing. It's almost too late to get into this first arc, but they keep reprinting the earlier issues because they're that good and they're still in demand. But the first trade paperback should be coming out soon if that's how you read your comics, and you can check it out then. And finally, the last single issue I'll talk about this week, Return of Wolverine #1 is out. And yes, I just realized I only showed you one cover. Here's cover #2 out of the comics I've talked about this week. So yeah, it's almost a joke right now, the return of Wolverine. Well, he's been returning for the last year, give or take, and I guess he returns in this first issue, except he kind of sort of doesn't have a memory, which to me is actually pretty interesting because Wolverine didn't remember a lot of his past for decades, and then House of M brought all the memories flooding back, and we got Wolverine Origin, which gave us the origin of Logan, but now he doesn't know where he is, he doesn't know who he is, and he has to save a bunch of... He knows right and wrong, and that's about it. And so it's a very interesting read, written by Charles Soule, artwork by Steve McNiven, and McNiven is doing his best Barry Windsor Smith impersonation here, who did the artwork on the original Weapon X storyline that appeared in Marvel Comics Presents in the late 1980s. So this is I believe this is five issues, and then Wolverine, aka Logan, will be back, presumably within the Marvel Universe. But will he have his memory? I don't know. It'll be Wolverine again with no memory. Maybe. Who knows? A trade paperback I want to bring to your attention this week, Skyward, Volume 1. You may recall, if you're a longtime viewer, first-time caller of the program, Josh and I both raved about Skyward issue #1 when it came out. This is written by Joe Henderson, and the artwork is by Lee Garbett, who is just an amazing artist. So this is about an Earth where gravity has gone away, and that's why it's called Skyward. And it's got sci-fi, it's got drama, it's got action, it's got a family dynamic to it, it's got mystery. It's super cool, and it is part of Image Comics' $9.99 first volume program. So you can pick up the first volume, which is the first 5 issues of Skyward, for a paltry $9.99, and it's totally worth it. Skyward is awesome. So do we have any comments to respond to? Is anyone out there? Hello.
We don't, but I feel bad because the ending of this is really shaky now because I'm fighting this thing.
Yeah, she's fighting the stabilizer. That's not how stabilizers are supposed to work. We're gonna have to take this to our resident mechanic, Alex, and have him fix it. So great week to be at your local comic shop. Head out and pick up any of these or any other comics that came out this week. It's really an outstanding week. I love weeks like this when you can throw a stone and hit a comic. That's awesome. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and share. And if you're local, come see us here at Alter Ego. We'll be happy to continue the conversation with you here in the shop. See you next time.